Coming up on Wolverine Sports Magazine, hear what Michigan coaches are saying about the play of quarterback JJ McCarthy. Volleyball earns a split at the Big Ten ACC Challenge. Field hockey rides a 4-game winning streak into Big Ten play. Women's soccer finds a defensive groove. And in our Coach's Pet segment, you'll meet this very energetic and entertaining pup named Bennett.
Good girl!
Wolverine Sports Magazine is presented by Meyer.
Hi everybody and welcome aboard. For the third consecutive game, the Wolverines will have a different game day head coach. This week, it's offensive coordinator / offensive line coach Sharon Moore. Earlier this week, he met with the media and he talked about this unique opportunity.
It's an honor to represent this university, represent these players, and it's really not about me. It's really about the players. That's all it's really about. So I just want to have a chance to just make sure we're doing everything right on game day. Never will be about me, not about a coach even. He'll say it's about our players and this university.
As offensive coordinator, Moore clearly works closely with quarterback JJ McCarthy, as does the entire offensive staff. And whatever they're doing, it is working. JJ 48 for 55 to start this season, playing the best football of his young career. McCarthy has made it clear he worked intently and intensely on everything over the offseason, especially the mental part of the game.
The key is treat every single day like game day. Every single day, every single rep, whether it's for me in quarterback center exchange, treat it like it's 4th and 2 on the goal line, like we gotta have it.
JJ has displayed acute accuracy, in NCAA leading 87%, which he attributes to his right-hand man.
I just attribute to my quarterback coach, Kirk Campbell. I mean, he's done a tremendous job with me this offseason, and it's just amazing how fun it is to play the game of football when you know where to look and you know what you're looking at and you know who's coming and you know the protection and you know if you're good. Like all the little details that I wasn't extremely sharp on, he made me as sharp as a lightsaber.
His start to the season and overall command has garnered great confidence from the coaching staff.
He sets the tone, no matter what he's doing with his energy. It's always by example. It's always infectious. It's always encouraging, and the thing that stands out the most is he's about the team. You know, he's never comes off about himself, and he's willing to do anything for anybody on the entire team.
He's worked tirelessly this offseason for his fundamentals to be perfect. And he prides on being perfect in practice. He prides on being perfect, whether it's a walkthrough. Like he doesn't want balls to touch the ground. So it's a credit to him and the kid as who he is and who he's always been as a worker.
You know, the goal is for JJ to be the best quarterback in the country on the best football team.
The Michigan D is also dialed in. Later, we'll hear from the defensive line and their red-hot start to the season.
Wolverine Sports Magazine is presented by Meyer and brought to you in part by Alro Steel, by Abso Pure Water, and by Grand Traverse Resort.
The women's soccer team opens Big Ten play Friday night at 7 o'clock at the Michigan Soccer Complex, and they come in with some great momentum, having won 4 consecutive games. On September 7th, Michigan overcame a 27-8 shot disadvantage against 11th-ranked Notre Dame in South Bend and still upset the Irish 1-0. Freshman Gabrielle Pritch scored the game's only goal in the 58th minute.
Casey kept it in, played it to Jenna, who made a great cross into the box, and I just flicked it in the back of the net. I've done tons of repetitions of that in practice, so that was just instinct, and this moment I saw the ball go in the back of the net, I just ran into my teammates' arms. I was so excited.
Notre Dame was shut out for the first time in 3 years, thanks mostly to senior goaltender Stephanie Sparkowski, who earned her 4th whitewash of the season.
That's the ultimate goal, and it's not just me though. It's a credit to the whole team and my back line. They helped me out more than anything, and so it's just the overall team effort getting the shutouts.
The Wolverine shutout streak was snapped at 431 minutes when a talented Western Michigan team took a 1-0 lead Sunday in Ann Arbor. Michigan rebounded, scoring 3 of the next 4 goals to win 3-2. Senior Sammy Wood scored twice, giving her the 5th multiple goal match of her career.
Winning is it's not only fun, it's a confidence boost. So going from getting ties or kind of squeaking out wins to getting a win like we did in South Bend, that kind of made us look back and say, like, we're actually capable of a lot more than we thought.
Of our 27, 18 of them were freshmen and sophomores, and so we started from the beginning, just said it was going to be about us learning and growing, and using every opportunity as an opportunity and as a challenge for us to get better. And I think their commitment to trusting the process, embracing the process, using any bit of success and or adversity as opportunity for growth is allowing for this team to be successful.
Don't forget the Big Ten opener Friday, 7 o'clock against Minnesota. If you can't be there live, make sure you check out the live stream on BTN+. It was also Pups at the Pitch on Sunday. This event always a big hit with fans who get to escort their furry friends to the Michigan Soccer Stadium. And what a gorgeous day it was to soak in some sunshine while watching the Wolverines pick up a victory. The dog of head coach Jennifer Klein was also in attendance, and you're going to meet her right now in a segment we call Coach's Pet. Klein was introduced to pets at a young age, like from day one, according to her family lore.
My mom came home with twins and my dad came home with a puppy. So had dogs for a long time, grew up with them.
About 17 months ago, Klein and her wife Elizabeth adopted this now 2.5-year-old standard poodle named Bennett.
This is my first time, really having a dog on my own. Always had family dogs. The coaching profession doesn't really lend itself to, dogs, but now have one and she's fantastic.
The name is short and snappy. The backstory, anything but.
Elizabeth Bennett is a character from Pride and Prejudice. Jane Austen was mother-in-law's favorite author, so we went with Bennett for Elizabeth Bennett as part of the story. Her full name is actually Bennett May Guthrie Clinkus. I know, that is not her kennel name. It's just our way of putting a bunch of things together.
When she does something bad, you bust that out,
That's
right?
exactly it. And then so that's the full name, which is crazy, dog parents that don't have kids. That's a good girl. She's got a great just temperament around people. She's excited, loves to come say hello. But then she's also someone that, likes to get pets, and she'll let you know when she's ready for a pet. She puts her paw up or gives you a little boop.
Klein says Bennett loves Frisbee and soccer, but this pooch also likes to spend time in the fast lane.
Although she does enjoy watching soccer, watches the games. I think her favorite sport on TV is Formula One. Nips at the TV, gets all excited.
But win or lose, Bennett is always there and promises to never second guess Klein's coaching decisions.
She's a great dog and really enjoy having her, and it's kind of one of those, you think therapy dogs, they know your temperament, they kind of sense your mood, and she comes over and just gives you that love you need that sometimes you didn't even know that you needed it, so it's great.
Klein says sometimes Bennett surprises with middle-of-the-night wake-up calls, something that's quite easy to fix with a late-night treat. The men's soccer team also begins Big Ten play this week. In fact, it's tonight, September 14th at Maryland. Their leading scorer so far this year, freshman Alex Wagner, with 4 points in 5 games.
Wolverine Sports Magazine is presented by Meyer and brought to you in part by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan.
Volleyball is coming off a split last weekend in the Big Ten ACC Challenge. The Wolverines swept North Carolina Friday night at Chrysler Center, with junior Jackie Boney leading Michigan with 11 kills and 6 blocks. Sophomore Amalia Simmons added 10 kills, while senior Scotty Johnson registered a double-double with 19 assists and 17 digs.
We're a really new team coming in, together all in all, and it's really hard sometimes to pick together all those pieces and put it together, but I think we're working on really small goals for ourselves, and I think it's just going to take a little bit more time for all those to click, but I think we're doing it small steps, day by day, so it's really exciting.
Michigan hosted Duke Saturday at Cliff Keen Arena. It was a back-and-forth match, with the Blue Devils coming out on top 3-1. Senior Kendall Murray led Michigan with a season-high 16 kills. Sophomore Serena Niambio had 12 kills, and Boney added 10 for the home team. Michigan has a home-and-home series against Bowling Green this week. The Wolverines travel south on Friday and host the Falcons Sunday at Cliff Keen.
We're just learning to play together better. We're learning how to play against one another and with one another. And I think it's still early on in the season, and we have a lot to get better on and a lot to get together and work collectively as a team and just play for each other, play for one another, and continue to support each other.
The 8th-ranked field hockey team pushed its win streak to 4 after orchestrating a weekend sweep at home against Davidson and number 10 St. Joseph's. On Friday, 7 different players scored goals for the Maize and Blue as they ran away with a 7-0 shutout. Freshmen Natalie Millman and Kelsey Reviello notched their first collegiate goals. On Sunday against St. Joseph's, senior Pilar Oliveros and Reviello scored on penalty corner shots, the first coming in the opening quarter and the second goal notched in the third quarter. Junior goalie Kaylee McMahon made 3 saves in the team's 3rd consecutive shutout, covering a span of just 8 days.
Our defense has been stellar these past few games, defending as a unit, kind of going as a group, and attacking with numbers and just making sure that we're limiting the opponent's circle entries.
To come out on top on a top 10 ranked team and win 2-0, especially down with that many cards, I think showed so much about our character and our program. So I couldn't be more thrilled about the team win.
The more fun that we have, the better we play, and I think it's like a big cycle. When we play better, we also have more fun. So it all ties into each other.
The defending Big Ten tournament champs open conference play Friday afternoon, 3 o'clock in Columbus against number 17, Ohio State. Back to football to wrap it up. The Michigan defensive line was on fire Saturday, picking up its first 5 sacks of the season, all coming in the first half. The Wolverines heckled UNLV mercilessly and once again took a shutout to the final moments of the game.
We feed off each other, so one of us makes a play, the other person is going to be excited, you know what I'm saying? We're on the roll, like you said, we just all keep going, and this gets the whole team excited, a lot of juice, a lot of vibrancy.
Our 4 pillars is effort at angles, ball disruption, block destruction, and communication. We really base down on those to really make us a collective whole defense.
The beauty of this unit is its depth. Whether in the middle or on the edges, it feels like a hockey coach rolling lines.
We can send waves at people and keep them fresh, but also know that this is a long season too. So having guys that'll be there at the end of the season, knowing that you have that kind of depth, it's been a very, very impressive group for sure.
We certainly hope you're enjoying this reanimation of Wolverine Sports Magazine, and don't forget football under the lights Saturday at 7:30 against Bowling Green. We'll see you next time. Go Blue.